You're about to step into a season where the very atmosphere around you begins to shift. A season where the doors you once thought were permanently closed start unlocking with a sound so loud that your spirit can no longer deny what God has been preparing behind the scenes. Listen carefully, because this moment is not ordinary, and this message is not casual. Something in the spiritual realm is moving toward you with divine speed. Something you have prayed for, cried for, waited for, and wondered if it would ever come. God is whispering into your life right now. You are about to be financially blessed in this season, and it is closer than you think. Feel this truth not just with your mind, but with your entire being. Let it break every doubt, silence every fear, and rise like fire within you. Because when God decides to shift your life, nothing can stop it. There is a moment in every person's journey where the pressure becomes so intense that it almost feels like something inside is about to break. And many people misinterpret this breaking. They think they're collapsing, they think they're failing. But listen, what you're feeling is not collapse. It is expansion. It is the stretching that happens right before a blessing arrives. It is the spiritual tension that appears when God is enlarging your territory. You have felt discomfort, not because you are losing, but because you are growing. The delay has not been punishment, it has been preparation. The setbacks have not been rejection, they have been divine redirection. And God has been using every moment of frustration, pressure, and uncertainty to position you for a financial breakthrough that will exceed anything you have experienced before. You may think you have already seen God elevate you in the past. You may think you know what blessing looks like. But what is coming is not something you have tasted before. It is not something you have imagined before. It is not something you've even dared to fully ask for, because it is too big, too precise, too perfectly aligned with destiny for you to comprehend while standing in your current place. God does not give according to where you are. God gives according to where He is taking you. And you are being taken into a season where financial lack becomes a testimony of the past, not a threat to your future. A season where you do not live from survival, but from abundance. A season where provision flows as naturally as breathing, because God Himself becomes your source of increase. The financial blessing coming toward you is not a random moment of luck. It is a divine appointment. It has a time, a purpose, and a spiritual assignment. It has been moving toward you from the moment you asked God for change, even when you could not see it. Even when nothing around you made sense, something in the unseen was already forming. The blessing has been gathering momentum, gathering force, gathering direction. And now, right now, your spirit is beginning to sense what your eyes have not yet seen. That the blessing is very close. You can feel it in the shift of your thoughts, the rise of your expectations, the sudden hope that keeps returning even after disappointments. This is not your imagination. It is your spirit aligning with what God has already written for you. You have been in a waiting season, and you've been waiting with a mixture of faith and fatigue. You have been believing, but also battling. You have been trusting, but also questioning. You have been strong, but also tired. And God has seen every moment of that internal struggle. God has watched you continue to stay faithful when you could have walked away. God has seen you keep your heart open even when your circumstances were closed. God has heard the quiet prayers you whispered when no one else was around. The kind of prayers that come from deep places of pain and deep places of hope. And God is rewarding that faithfulness with a blessing that will not be temporary. This financial blessing will not vanish like smoke. It will not disappear like a fleeting opportunity. It will have roots. It will have stability. It will have longevity. Because when God builds something, it cannot be shaken. Let me speak deeply into your spirit right now. You are not going to repeat the financial struggles that have haunted your years. You are not going back to the cycles that drained you, embarrassed you, or limited you. You are not going back to the smallness that made you afraid to dream. You are not going back to the instability that made you fear the future. God is breaking generational financial patterns through you. God is lifting you to a level where you become the testimony of what divine provision looks like. The financial blessing that is approaching your life will not only change your present, it will transform the lineage that comes after you. Your children, your family, your legacy will feel the impact of what God is releasing into your hands. And I want you to understand something powerful. There is a difference between a blessing that sustains and a blessing that multiplies. Many people receive sustaining blessings. They receive just enough to survive, just enough to stay afloat. But God is not giving you a sustaining blessing. God is giving you a multiplying blessing. A blessing that grows, a blessing that expands, a blessing that continues to increase as you walk in purpose. This blessing will not shrink, it will not run dry, it will not fade with time. It will multiply because it comes from a multiplying God. You have entered a season where God is shifting your mindset, because your mindset must match the magnitude of what is coming. God cannot pour abundance into a mind that is still holding on to the identity of lack. God cannot release financial increase into a heart that still believes it is unworthy of more. God cannot open doors for someone who still expects them to close. You must rise internally before you rise externally. And you have been rising internally even without realizing it. Every time you refuse to settle, your spirit rose. Every time you said no to negativity, your spirit rose. Every time you prayed instead of panic, your spirit rose. Every time you believed there was more, even when you did not have proof, your spirit rose. And now your inner elevation has reached a point where the external blessing must manifest. There is a spiritual law that many people overlook. Increase follows alignment, not effort alone. You have been working hard, but more importantly, you have been aligning your heart with God's timing. You have been aligning your mind with God's truth. You have been aligning your actions with God's direction. And alignment always attracts abundance. When God sees alignment, God releases what He has been holding for the right moment, and your moment is arriving. I want you to reflect on something. Why do you think you have survived every financial setback you faced? Why do you think you made it through situations that should have destroyed your stability? Why do you think you were able to stand again after being knocked down by circumstances that others never recovered from? Because God kept you. God preserved you for this coming blessing. God protected you so that when the blessing arrives, you would still be in position to receive it. Your survival was not luck. It was divine strategy. God did not let you fail permanently, because your financial breakthrough carries a purpose bigger than you. You are meant to impact others. You are meant to lift others. You are meant to become a vessel through which God provides not only for you, but through you. Your financial blessing is not coming because you are desperate. It is coming because you are chosen. It is coming because you have been entrusted with the responsibility of managing abundance with integrity and humility. It is coming because God has seen your heart, and your heart is ready. You are ready to handle more. You are ready to grow. You are ready to step into new opportunities. You are ready to carry the blessing without being consumed by it. And because you are ready, God is releasing it. You may feel like your life has been delayed, but delays are often divine protection from premature blessings. If God had blessed you financially 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 1 year ago, you might have mishandled it. You might have trusted the wrong people. You might have invested in the wrong places. You might have spent without purpose. You might have been distracted. But now you are wiser. Now you are more discerning. Now you understand the value of what God gives. Now you are prepared. And God is responding to that readiness with supernatural increase. Everything around you may still look the same, but spiritually, everything has changed. You are standing on the edge of a shift so powerful that once it manifests, you will look back and say, this is why I had to wait. You will look back and see how every closed door protected you. You will look back and understand why certain people walked away. They could not go where God is taking you. You will look back and realize that what felt like loss was actually God clearing space for what is coming. Your financial blessing. It's not far. It is not distant. It is not hidden. It is close, so close that the enemy has increased pressure around you to make you doubt it. The opposition you have been feeling is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of proximity. When the blessing gets close, distractions increase. When the blessing gets close, emotions intensify. When the blessing gets close, old fears try to reappear. But do not be moved. Do not be shaken. The closer the blessing, the louder the battle becomes. But you are not going to lose. You are not going to fall back. You are not going to break. God has equipped you for this season. God has strengthened you for this moment. God has fortified your spirit to endure the final stretch. Listen, your life is about to accelerate. Unexpected opportunities will begin to align. Unexpected resources will begin to appear. Unexpected connections will begin to form. What seemed impossible will suddenly become achievable. What seemed distant will suddenly become present. God is orchestrating this shift with precision, and nothing can interfere with His timing. Not people, not circumstances, not doubt, not fear. Nothing can stop what God has ordained. You are not just receiving money, you are receiving financial transformation. You are receiving a new level of stability, a new level of influence, a new level of clarity. You are receiving provision that strengthens your purpose. You are receiving increase that empowers your journey. You are receiving blessings that flow from the hands of God Himself. And when God blesses, He blesses abundantly. Your time is here. Your season is shifting. Your breakthrough is approaching with divine certainty. And you must prepare your heart for what God is about to place into your hands, because the blessing is much closer than you think. Let this message continue to settle in your spirit, because when God releases a season of blessing, He also releases a new level of spiritual awareness. You are not simply being prepared to receive wealth. You are being prepared to understand the divine purpose behind it. God does not elevate you so you can boast. God elevates you so you can build. God does not increase you so you can rise alone. God increases you so you can carry others, uplift others, and become a vessel of generosity that reflects His power. The financial blessing coming towards you is not only a shift in your bank account, it is a shift in your identity, a shift in your mindset, a shift in your purpose. You are stepping into a version of yourself that you may have never imagined, the version that God always saw. There are moments in life when God redefines what is possible for you, and you are living in one of those moments right now. You have known struggle, but you will no longer identify with it. You have known lack, but it will no longer cling to you. You have known limitation, but it will no longer dictate your path. God is expanding you from the inside out. God is reshaping your expectations, elevating your standards, and removing every internal barrier that once kept you small. This transformation is happening not through force, but through revelation. You are beginning to see yourself as God sees you, capable, worthy, chosen, strong, and it is this revelation of identity that prepares you to handle the blessing with wisdom and clarity. God is releasing a financial blessing that carries divine timing, and divine timing is always perfect. You may have wondered why things didn't happen earlier, why opportunities slipped away, why doors stayed closed despite your effort and your prayers. But God delays nothing without purpose. God withholds nothing out of neglect. Every delay you experienced was protection. Every closed door was God saving you from a counterfeit blessing. Every disappointment was God sheltering your future from forces that would have drained your strength or stolen your peace. Now that the right moment has arrived, the blessing is no longer being withheld. It is being ushered towards you with a force that nothing can oppose. And let me tell you something deeply important. Financial blessing is not only about money. Money is a tool, not a purpose. The true blessing God is giving you is freedom. Freedom from anxiety, freedom from limitation, freedom from cycles that once kept your life confined. You are stepping into a season where you will not wake up worried about tomorrow. You will not live under the weight of uncertainty. You will not navigate life with the fear of lack. God is granting you a type of stability that allows your spirit to rest, your mind to breathe, and your purpose to flourish. God is granting you the ability to dream without fear, to plan without hesitation, to build without trembling. You are being lifted into a level where financial blessings do not come with burden, but with clarity. You will recognize the difference between opportunities that are divinely assigned and opportunities that are distractions. You will develop the spiritual discernment to know where to invest your time, your energy, and your resources. Many people lose their blessing not because they lack money, but because they lack direction. But God is giving you both, the blessing and the wisdom to carry it. You will not receive blindly, you will receive with understanding. You are also being positioned for divine connections. Let this sink into your heart. The blessing God is releasing is bigger than anything one person can build alone. That is why God is going to bring people into your life who carry the skills, the insights, and the access you need. These are not ordinary connections. These are connections with purpose. These are people who see presence in your life, accelerates your growth, sharpens your vision, and strengthens your faith. God is removing those who drain your energy and sending those who multiply your strength. God is closing the door on relationships that kept you small and opening the door to those who elevate your spirit. The financial blessing coming is intertwined with divine partnerships, and these partnerships will lead you into rooms you once thought were beyond your reach. And in this season, God is also refining your inner posture. You are being taught to treat abundance not as a luxury, but as a responsibility. You will handle the blessing with humility, not pride. You will carry it with gratitude, not entitlement. God is positioning you to be someone who can be trusted with more, because God knows that you will not let wealth transform your character, but you will let God transform your wealth. You will become someone who uses financial increase to create impact, to strengthen your future, to uplift those who cannot uplift themselves. You will not cling to the blessing, but neither will you waste it. You will manage it with divine wisdom, because you understand that everything God places in your hands has purpose. Let me tell you this with absolute conviction: God does not release blessings into chaos. That is why God has been ordering your life, even through uncomfortable moments. Some things were removed, not because you failed, but because God was removing disorder. Some relationships ended not because you were unworthy, but because God was making space for alignment. Some habits fell away not because you were forced, but because your spirit outgrew them. God has been purifying your environment, stabilizing your inner world, refining your intentions, because the blessing coming toward you is too significant to land in disorder. It needs fertile ground, and you have become hat ground. You may not fully realize it, but you have changed. You have evolved. You have matured. You have expanded. Your prayers have deepened. Your faith has strengthened. Your heart has softened. Your vision has sharpened. You are no longer the person you were when you first asked God for financial breakthrough. You have become someone who is spiritually aligned with abundance. This transformation did not happen overnight. It happened through battles, through waiting, through endurance, through surrender. Every struggle prepared you. Every test purified you. Every moment of trust built within you the capacity to carry what is coming. And now you must understand something powerful. When God decides it is your season, nothing can remove you from it. You do not have to fight for it. You do not have to force it. You do not have to beg for it. You simply have to remain aligned with God's direction. The blessing is coming not because you chased it, but because you positioned yourself for it. You honored God in private. You walked with integrity even when no one noticed. You kept your faith alive even when circumstances suffocated your hope. And God rewards faith that endures. You're about to witness a financial shift that is so sudden, so precise, and so transformative that even you will be astonished. The blessings will come from directions you never expected. The opportunities will unfold in ways that feel supernatural. Resources will find their way into your life without you needing to manipulate or strive. What you could not achieve with years of effort, God will release in a single moment of divine timing. What once required struggle will now arrive with ease, not because the blessing is easy, but because God is guiding it. As this blessing comes, God will also protect you from the dangers of abundance. Not everyone can handle prosperity. Some people are destined, roiled by what they prayed for. But you will not be among them. God is guarding your heart. God is grounding your spirit. God is strengthening your foundation. You will not rise quickly and fall quickly. You will rise steadily, sustainably, and securely. Your increase will not be fragile. It will be fortified. You are entering a season where you will become a testimony of what God can do for someone who refuses to let go of faith. You will inspire others, not through your words alone, but through your transformation. They will see what God has done in your life and understand that obedience is never wasted, faith is never ignored, and surrender is never in vain. You will become an example of divine breakthrough. You will become living evidence that God elevates those who trust Him. And understand this deeply. God is not only blessing your finances, God is blessing your mindset. God is blessing your decisions. God is blessing your environment. God is blessing your future. Everything connected to you will rise. Everything aligned with you will flourish. Nothing in your life will remain stagnant. The blessing will not touch only your wallet. It will touch your spirit, your confidence, your purpose, your destiny. Your season of financial blessing is not coming. It has begun. You are standing in the doorway of it right now, even before you see it with your physical eyes. The shift has already taken place in the unseen, and soon it will manifest in the visible. You will look back on this moment and say, this was the turning point. You will look back and recognize the exact season where God lifted you into the next dimension of your life. When God prepares to elevate you financially, He begins by reshaping the inner architecture of your life. Many people want blessing without transformation, but God knows that true abundance must flow from a spirit that is aligned, lined, and anchored in Him. That is why, before the blessing arrives, God begins to give you a new sensitivity to His guidance. You start noticing things you once ignored. You start resisting habits you once accepted. You start outgrowing environments you once tolerated. These internal shifts are not random. They are indicators that the blessing is close. God is aligning your heart with abundance so that the blessing does not overwhelm you but strengthens you. You begin to sense that something new is awakening within you, something that was dormant for years, something that God is now breathing life into with divine purpose. As this process unfolds, you may find yourself walking away from old cycles that no longer serve your destiny. You no longer find comfort in the patterns that once felt familiar. You no longer rely on the survival mindset that once carried you. This discontent is not a sign of ingratitude. It is a sign of elevation. God is pulling you out of the old so He can guide you toward the new. You cannot carry yesterday's mentality into tomorrow's abundance. The mindset that helped you endure lack cannot support the weight of financial blessing. God is transforming your thinking so that you can receive without fear, steward without hesitation, and give without anxiety. You are becoming someone who recognizes provision not as something fragile, but as something certain when it comes from the hands of God. And understand this, financial blessing is not only meant to relieve your burdens, it is meant to expand your influence. You are being moved into a realm where your voice carries weight, your decisions carry impact, and your presence carries authority. God is not lifting you so you can remain silent. He is lifting you so you can reshape the environment around you. When God places abundance in your hands, He simultaneously enlarges your capacity to transform lives. You will step into rooms where the solutions you offer shift the atmosphere. You will encounter individuals who see in you what they never saw before, a person walking under divine provision. This is why God is blessing you, not to isolate you, but to position you. In this season, God is also teaching you how to recognize His signals. Financial breakthrough is not simply a moment, it is a movement. It begins with instructions. It begins with intuition that feels deeper than logic. It begins with opportunities that tug at your spirit instead of your ego. God communicates through alignment. When the right path is before you, something within you recognizes it even before your mind fully understands it. This is why God has sharpened your discernment. You will not step into counterfeits disguised as opportunities. You will not fall for promises that glitter without substance. God has trained your spirit to understand His voice, and this training will protect your blessing. There is also a deeper truth that many overlook. Abundance requires courage. It requires boldness to walk through doors God opens for you. It requires strength to leave behind what is comfortable. It requires discipline to hold on to God's instruction even when logic disagrees. The reason God has been developing your character is so that courage becomes your natural response, not fear. The blessing ahead of you will require movement, decisions that stretch you, steps that may feel larger than your experience, risks that align with your spirit rather than your comfort. But God will not bring you an opportunity that He does not equip you to handle. You will not enter this new financial season trembling. You will enter standing tall, because God Himself will be your confidence. And let me tell you this with absolute certainty, you are about to witness the reversal of financial patterns that have owed your family for generations. Cycles of limitation, cycles of instability, cycles of scarcity, they end with you. You are not just receiving personal blessing, you are breaking generational drought. God is raising you as the turning point, the exception, the new beginning of a lineage marked by abundance instead of struggle. Your children will not inherit your financial battles. They will inherit the breakthroughs God releases through you. Your family will speak of this season as the moment everything changed, and you will know that it was God who used you to shift the trajectory of those connected to you. There will be moments in this season when the blessing feels almost unreal. Moments when you will ask yourself, is this really happening? And the answer will be yes. Not because of coincidence, not because of luck, not because of chance, but because God ordained it. You have stepped into a period where the supernatural becomes natural, where favor follows you without explanation, where provision appears without strain, where doors unlock without force. When God moves, He moves with authority. He does not give hints, He gives evidence, clear, undeniable evidence that His hand is on your life. But the most remarkable part of this blessing is that it will not shift you away from God. It will draw you closer. Many fear that abundance will lead them astray, but God is not giving you a blessing that distances your heart from Him. He is giving you a blessing that deepens your gratitude, strengthens your devotion, and expands your awareness of His power. You will not become proud. You will become more grounded in humility. You will not become self-centered. You will become more generous. You will not forget God. You will depend on Him even more, because you will understand that everything you receive in this season flows from His hands and nothing else. You are also Bay. NG, positioned for restoration. Restoration of years that were stolen from you. Restoration of opportunities you lost. Restoration of confidence that was damaged by past failures. The blessing coming is not just financial, it is emotional, spiritual, and directional. God is restoring the part of you that once felt defeated, the part that once believed abundance was meant for others but not for you. God is healing the internal places where scarcity once lived. This healing is important because you cannot walk into abundance carrying the wounds of lack. God is removing the residue of past pain so that you can step into the new season with a heart fully open to receive. As you move forward, God will give you clarity. Clarity about where to go, what to build, what to release, and what to embrace. Financial blessing without clarity leads to confusion. But financial blessing with clarity leads to transformation. You will know exactly what to do, exactly when to act, exactly whom to trust, because God is guiding every step. You will not wander. You will walk with purpose. You will not guess. You will know. This confidence will not come from your own understanding, but from the assurance that God is directing your path. And hear this deeply, your blessing will not be hidden. God is about to elevate you in a way that becomes visible, not so you can boast, but so others can witness what faith produces. Your breakthrough will speak louder than your words ever could. People will see the change in your life and realize that it was God who carried you. And through your testimony, others will find hope. Through your transformation, others will rediscover their faith. You will become a living example that God does not forget the faithful. You are stepping into a divine season where each day carries momentum, each moment carries purpose, and each decision carries power. You are moving into a reality where abundance is not a distant dream, but a present experience. And you must receive this truth with unwavering conviction. God is not preparing you for a blessing. God is preparing you for overflow. You are about to enter a level where you do not chase resources, resources chase you. You do not pursue opportunities, opportunities pursue you. You do not struggle for provision, provision flows toward you because God Himself is directing it. As you stand in this sacred moment of transition, let your heart absorb this truth with absolute certainty. you are closer to your financial breakthrough than your mind can comprehend. God has already set the blessing in motion. Even now, forces you cannot see are being rearranged in your favor. Doors that were once sealed are unlocking. Paths that were once hidden are clearing. What felt delayed is suddenly aligning. You are stepping into a season where the impossible becomes effortless, because God is authoring every shift, every opportunity, every connection, and every increase. And as this blessing approaches, do not shrink back. Do not doubt your worthiness. Do not question whether you are ready. God would not position you for what He did not prepare you to carry. Every struggle you endured, every battle you survived, every moment you held on to faith when everything around you tried to silence it, none of it was wasted. Those moments built the strength, the resilience, and the spiritual depth you need to walk boldly into the abundance that is now at your doorstep. So walk forward with confidence that does not come from your circumstances, but from your connection with God. Let your spirit rise above fear, above worry, above the memories of the past. This new season, not a continuation of what you have known. It is a divine interruption, a supernatural redirection, a complete elevation. You are not repeating cycles, you are breaking them. You are not returning to who you were, you are becoming who God always destined you to be. And as the financial blessing unfolds, remember that it is not simply a reward, it is an assignment. God is trusting you with increase because you have proven that your heart can hold honor, your spirit can hold discipline, and your mind can hold vision. You will use what God gives you to build, to uplift, to strengthen, to transform. You will become a vessel of generosity, a carrier of wisdom, a witness of divine favor. Your life will reflect what happens when a person walks in alignment with God's guidance and refuses to let fear speak louder than faith. So lift your head, strengthen your spirit, prepare your hands to receive. The season of lack is closing. The season of struggle is fading. The season of waiting is ending. You are stepping into a chapter marked by increase, expansion, stability, and divine provision. You will see what God can do when He decides it is your time, and this is your time. Your breakthrough is not coming. Your breakthrough is here.